I'm Sharon, your host for today, and welcome to another episode of Bespeak, where personal accounts of NewMed are bespoken by the people who have represented her identity along the way. Today, I am proud to present a very special alumnus who has kindly agreed to join us today.
Hi everyone, my name is Sanju Jing. So I'm an MBBS graduate from NewMed and I'm currently working in HSA JB as a houseman.
Okay, hi Jing.
Hi Sharon.
Thanks for joining us today.
So I understand that this is your orientation week, so it's your first week doing your housemanship, right?
Yep, that's right.
So Jing, how was orientation week at the hospital?
I would say it's really fun, but it's also very tiring at the same time. Like we were introduced to a lot of stuff inside the hospital, the organization, and how things work inside the hospital.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Your first question, are doctors born or made?
That's a very good question. Yeah, but in my opinion, I don't really believe that doctors are born. I believe that doctors are made because I think that nobody actually born with something. Like usually people are trained, they are trained to do something. So it's the same for medicine. Like we go through 5 years of medical school, we were trained to how to make diagnosis, how to treat a patient. So I really don't think that people are born with something. And there's also another thing that I want to say, which I really like, but this is a saying by Thomas Edison. He actually say like genius is it's 1% of inspiration and 99% of perspiration. So I must say that we have to work hard. Yeah, even though like that's why I don't really think that doctors is actually born. Yeah, it's all about our hard work.
I completely agree, and we're from Malaysia, so perspiring is inevitable. Okay, Jing, are you a doctor because of an innate desire to heal, or are you a doctor because of expertise acquisition?
I must say I become a doctor because of my innate desire to heal. When I was in secondary school, I really liked biology, and one of the things that inspired me to become a doctor is because of one doctor as well. So during my matriculation time, I was actually admitted to hospital because of pneumonia. Yeah. And then that doctor actually sort of inspired me to become a doctor. He is really nice that he's very dedicated to his job. Like he will actually come to visit me doing walk round in the middle of the night. So, and he even brought me some food for me. Yeah, because that time I was actually alone in the hospital. My dad, my parents are not around with me. They were not with me. So he really took care of me well. Yeah, so this doctor really sort of like inspired me to become a doctor.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
So this is what I'm talking about. Like inspiration begets inspiration, and soon there'll be someone who will want to follow after you, and soon there'll be many other more trainees and younger doctors which you will inspire, I'm sure.
I can still remember it even though it was like 6 or 7 years ago. Yeah, it really have a very great impact on me.
Do you remember the doctor's name?
Yeah. So he is actually Dr. Huang, who is working in Pantai Hospital, Malacca. Another thing I would say is treating patient give me satisfaction. So when I see patient recover, I will feel like I'm actually helping them to get better. So this is the satisfaction which is not replaced by any other things, by anything else.
Thank you for your insightful response. Okay, so Jing, how has your lecturers shaped you in your journey of becoming a doctor?
I actually got a very nice lecturer throughout my university. Yeah, they are very empathic. They are very dedicated, I must say. I particularly remember one doctor called Dr. Mon. Like she's actually working in NewMed now. Yeah, she's an O&G specialist. Yeah, I remember there's one time she told us that we have to always listen to our patient because they are the one who make us the doctor. So do not ignore what the patient complain. Yeah. it's the complaint that makes us a doctor. Yeah.
Wow, so the customer is always right.
Yes, correct. Yeah. And also like she asked me to be strong as well, because last time I used to get quite emotional when I see patients suffer. So she's like, oh, you have to be strong as a doctor.
So Jing, what has your lecturers done for you that educational theory and clinical practice simply couldn't?
I would say is the empathy. Like my lecturer actually really showed us how to be an empathic doctor. So being empathy means that we are actually putting ourselves in the shoe of the patient. So yeah, so we have to really understand how our patient feels, so that they are more willing to be open to us. They are more willing to share what is their problem. So yeah, I would say being empathy is one of the key things as a doctor.
So Jing, tell us about your journey from campus to clinic.
Oh, I must say it's very different. Like real life is very different. So what we learn in campus is very different from the real life. For example, we learn about one condition in campus, but in real life, the patient might present with more than one condition. So they might have hypertension, diabetes, and everything. But in campus, we only learn about one thing. So that's that is the difficult part of being in a hospital. Yeah, and also we might encounter difficult patients sometimes, angry patients, demanding patients. But NUMED actually prepare us for that. So we have simulation with difficult patients and angry patients. I would say that really helps in real life.
So we all want to know, how has NUMED helped realize your passion and shape you into the person that you are today?
So NUMED really teach me so well, like apart from medical knowledge, which I will carry apart this time. So NUMED also teach me a lot of soft skills. So the first one being like confidence. So after entering to NUMED, I become more confident because we need to do a lot of presentation. I think this is the thing that is not being done by other medical schools. So in NUMED, they actually ask us to stand up and speak, to raise any question we have, do a lot of presentation. So I think these are the skills which are very important nowadays, and this is not being practiced by other medical schools. And apart from confidence and also communication, as I mentioned just now, presentation and all that, NUMED also teaches the importance of teamwork. So NUMED actually encourage us to organize a lot of activities like health camp and all that, where we actually have to work with other people. So this indirectly trained me to be able to work with other people effectively.
What are the pearls of wisdom that you have for aspiring medical students out there?
So if you want to do medicine, just do it. Just follow your passion. Don't do it because your parents ask you to do. All right. I must tell you, I want to share something with you. So all of our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue it. So I'm not gonna lie, studying medicine is really hard. I can still remember I spent a lot of time studying in the library until late at night. So it might be difficult, but if you work hard, you will eventually do it.
Thank you, Jing, for taking time out of your one and only off day in the week to join us.
Thank you for having me today, and hope you have a nice day. Bye.
And thank you for sticking around till the end of the video. See you in the next episode of Bespeak.